There we are. Hello and
Hello.
welcome. Yeah, welcome to Expose Yourself to Art, a show that looks at the creative process by inviting artists to join us in a conversation about their art and their life. My name is David Schrader, and with me, as always,
Is your co-host Linda Scheller.
okay, Linda. And I understand you have a special relationship with our guest today. Well, I couldn't say with him, but with his family. So,
Yes. Yes, I'm so happy to find out that I was the teacher. Well, I taught a number of his family members. Quite a few of his brothers were my student, and I have vivid and happy memories of them attending Westport School, where I was a 5th and 6th grade teacher. So I only wish Hocus himself would have been my student, but I was thrilled to find out that he's related to these fellows that I recall so fondly.
yeah, great. So, what can you tell us about Hocus?
Hocus Manriguez is a native of Mexicali, Sonora, Mexico, and he found his home in the Modesto area. He pursued his passion for art initially at Modesto Junior College, and then he established his own tattoo business in Ceres. He's a recognized muralist within our local community with murals that grace public spaces in Modesto, Keys, Turlock, and also in Houston, Texas, Long Island, New York, and Portland, Oregon. In 1999, Hocus founded the Motown Boogie Hip Hop Dance Festival held in the Maddox Youth Center in West Modesto. And his artistic influence extends beyond our local borders and into Europe. And I need to mention that a French urban artist named Nissa paid homage to Hocus by creating a mural of him in Paris. So I'm so thrilled that we get to speak with him today and see some of his artwork. Welcome, Hocus.
Well, wait, before we bring him on, I'd just like to add something else to the introduction. As you know, the Stanislaus Arts Council participated in a large grant program over the past year, which was called Homeland Creative Corps. And what it was is it brought over $1.5 million into the area to pay artists to create works of art relative to certain topics. And well, I'm happy to have Hocus here today because he was the top point getter in our area. His name was always at the top of the list. And so I'm very anxious to hear what he has planned for our community with regard to some of his murals. So yeah, let's bring him on and say hi to the man. Welcome.
You know what?
What?
I can barely understand what you guys are saying. I'm sorry.
Well, welcome.
Hello?
Welcome. Did you hear that? Yeah.
Well, we're so happy to have you, Hocus. Maybe you could tell us about the project that you're doing for the Heartland Grant.
You're still having trouble hearing us? Oh boy.
I don't know.
Did it get turned off or something? I don't know. Okay.
I can't understand what you guys are saying.
Okay. Put your
There's
head.
something wrong. You guys are talking very slow, like in slow motion.
Oh no. Oh no. I wonder what that's all about. You're not in slow motion. So can you understand if you get your head closer to your phone, can you hear better or does it make no? I'll tell you what. Can you go offline and come back on? Did you understand that? Go offline? No? Huh. Can you go?
You know what? I can't understand what you guys are saying.
Oh
You
man,
guys sound like like that's talking really slow or something,
yeah.
like in
So
slow motion.
we have some kind of bad connection. Um, can you go off air for a minute? Can you go shut your phone off and come back on? Shut your phone off and come back on. Can you do that? There you go. Any better? No? Oh boy.
Is that any better?
Ah, something happened here. Um,
I can't hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
yes.
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 You guys are
Yes.
talking like very slow, like in slow motion.
Yes. Oh boy. Something's happening here.
You're talking like in slow motion right now.
Okay. Can you understand anything we're saying?
Oh my goodness.
No.
I don't understand
Can
what you're
you,
saying.
can
You're talking in slow motion right now.
yeah.
Did I cut
You,
mine out or what? You want me
you, and then come
to
back
log
on.
in?
Yeah. Oh, that's unique.
Yes, and everything was working so beautifully before we went online.
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Every time there's something that goes on here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm anxious to speak with Hocus.
Mhm.
As I said, he was our top point getter in our area. We had 72 applications
Wow.
for projects to be funded, and then, like I said, we funded 17. And what I recall is that he and a group of artists in the Ceres area were planning to do, I think it was 3 or 5 murals on the side of buildings in the area.
Oh, great.
Relative to what were those things? Well, I know one of them was COVID. Another one was community involvement. So anyway, I'm hoping he can come back on
Mhm.
and see what we can do here. So maybe we could sing and dance. You could sing a number from your show that you're doing while we're.
They're hymns. So, and it is Sunday.
Yeah, it is Sunday. Oh, gee. Yeah, I wonder what happened. While
Now,
we're waiting, I hope he, manages to log back on here.
mhm.
Um,
In the grant proposal, did they specify where these murals would be?
yes, they did, but I don't have that information with me right now.
Yeah, that's very
While
ambitious.
we're waiting, we could take a look at some of Hocus's work here. To run through some of the things that he has told us,
Mhm.
is that he took a few classes at Modesto Junior College and worked a variety of jobs, hoping he could do something with his art. And one of the things he did to make a living was he learned the art of tattooing. And in order to support his family, he opened a tattoo artist in Ceres, which is still there today. That's still his main job. And this is an example of some of his tattoo art. And he also did this kind of graffiti wall art. He's actually very, very talented.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea behind his project, I know, was to involve, and this is probably what made it such a great grant application, is that he was going to involve several other artists with him in the creation of these murals.
Mm-hmm.
And in so doing, because the grants were focused on paying artists a living salary, and so he's sharing the wealth with some of his fellow artists to actually have them paid
Mm-hmm.
to create the art. Yeah. Most of us old folks, paint as a hobby. And, and most of us, for example, like you or I, we had other professions that are art. What would I say? We weren't big enough celebrities in our field
To make a living at it.
to make a living at it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's an art in and of itself, I believe.
Uh,
Yeah, according to Hocus's bio, he's the lead muralist and spearheads an impassioned mural team, guiding him with his vision and sketches. So they're going to produce murals that fill the community with pride.
Okay, maybe I'll try to call him.
That's a good idea.
There he is with his team of artists.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, see if I can get him to hook up again. So we can take a break, and those of you who are watching can go grab a soda,
Mm-hmm.
catch up on the football scores or the tennis scores if that's what you're watching at this time. But I'm going to put down my earphones and see if I can get Hocus on the telephone and get him to reconnect with us. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Jose.
Yeah,
This is David. Can you log back on?
I
Uh,
downloaded the app because it'll work better if I download the app.
oh,
Yeah, because I can hear you guys, but when you turn the off and turn it back on, you have to start going to slow motion.
I know. That usually means it's a bad connection somewhere. And I couldn't tell you because you couldn't understand what
Yeah,
what we were saying. Yeah,
You're saying,
yeah. So anyway, so you're trying. Yeah, okay. So if you,
take my invitation code.
what if you just log back on straight?
Okay.
Yeah, give that a shot. I'll hang up so that I don't interfere with any of this. So, okay. Well, what I can report is that he is trying. There he is.
Oh, yay.
Do you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can
Oh,
hear you guys in slow motion.
Woohoo.
Rah, 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 rah. Now just looking
Rah.
at you guys like, I don't know. Can you guys, did you guys understand what I was saying, or did that sound in slow motion as well?
No,
No,
you sound perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, you got some
Oh.
perfect too now.
So we're
Good.
okay now. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you got me
Thank
sweating
goodness.
again.
I was just
like-
telling,
I
you
was
know,
about
we.
to cry. I was like, the interview's over.
Oh, it's not.
No.
We've just
I
begun.
was so looking forward to this because I was interested in hearing what you had to say about your project.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got the award.
So are we live now or
Yeah,
Yeah,
tell
we're
us-
live.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
Live and
Tell us
direct.
about your
There you go.
Hi, everybody.
So tell us about the project, where the idea came from and what it is you have planned.
Okay, so this is the we got the grant, and I'm very happy and I'm grateful and I'm blessed and I'm excited for this project that we got going. So the project consists of 4 walls, and there's 2 walls that we're doing in series, and 2 walls in Modesto. So the first wall is going to be kind of like more cultural, kind of like for the the culture, like lowrider culture, the Aztecs, the natives, stuff like that. The second project is for agriculture, and it's more of the goddess of Ceres. So we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
paint the goddess of Ceres, and we're gonna put the fields and water and whatever pertains to the agricultural world. That's the second project. Third project is going to be more of animals, like cows, horses, birds, nature,
Uh-huh.
and things like that. The agriculture that goes down here, and mostly animals. So then the fourth one is going to be another cultural one, like field workers and stuff like that. So that's the fourth project that we got going,
Yeah.
and we're going to start in 2 weeks. So I don't know which
Great.
wall we're going to start first. We're going to do like a toss. We're going to pick one, and we're going to go from there.
Right.
And I understand you are leading a team of muralists.
Yes, it's myself and 3 other artists. We have Jose Manriguez, Xavier, and another artist named Leon, which is Leon's an old school artist, graffiti artist, airbrush artist, and he's been doing murals forever, as long as I have.
Yeah.
Maybe like 30 years in the making or more.
All right.
Before we went on air, you found a picture. You have a sketch of what some of
we got
these
a rough
might look at.
sketch.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Okay, this is the one we're doing in Modesto. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh,
Yes.
that is so gorgeous.
And this is the one with all the animals.
Oh, that's
And that
so
one's
beautiful.
gonna be on 7th Street at the animal auction. They have a flea market too as well on Mondays. So that's gonna
Wow.
be there. That's one of the murals. And then
Beautiful.
The second mural is the one we're gonna do in downtown Ceres on 4th Street. And there's
Oh,
the
lovely.
goddess of Ceres, and we put a lot of roses
Ooh.
because in Ceres they have a little rose park at Smyrna Park, and then that's all
Oh,
the
that's
fruits and
exquisite.
vegetables. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna paint in the town of Ceres. Then we got this other one. This is more of all the field workers,
Field
Mhm.
workers. Yes.
the race, and it says a Chavez.
Wow.
So
Very
Wonderful.
nice.
yeah, it represents our field workers. And then this one right
Good.
here is more of the lowrider scene,
Uh-huh.
and this to represent how they made cruising legal nowadays. They made cruising legal in Modesto
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. So that's,
Yes.
Wow.
there's something big in the area. Those are the mirrors that we're gonna be working on.
They're beautiful.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Hopefully they come out exactly the same or better.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Are
really
these
looking forward to it.
your designs, or are they a
Yeah,
combination?
we all put them together. Some stuff. Mr. Leon, he does a lot of computer graphics, so he put a lot of the computer graphics. I gave him some of the ideas, and we put them all together. So we all collaborated on it, and until we made it to one. And then actually we had to make a lot of changes through the whole process because we turned it into the owners of the building. They were like, we like parrots, and we like this and we like that. So we had to take a lot of things out and put what they like, so we can meet them halfway to
Mhm.
still meet the requirements for the grant.
Now, how do you go about arranging with a business owner to be able to use one of their walls for a mural?
Well, actually, we showed them our portfolio. And they're
Uh-huh.
like, "Oh, this is good artwork, whatever." And then we told them, "Hey, well, we can do a mural on your wall, and we have a grant to do it, so you don't have to put no
Mm-hmm.
money into it. You just got to provide the wall." And of course, we got turned down by many business owners because I don't know if they understand the whole process. They're like, "Oh, I don't want to sign anything. I don't want no trouble and whatever." And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Some people are not, you know, art inclined. I have no clue, but we
Mm-hmm.
finally got four sponsors to donate their walls, so
Yeah.
we're ready to move on forward.
I should think it'd be really, really good for the businesses who are
Oh
going to have one of
yeah,
these murals.
yes, of course, because a lot of people's gonna take pictures in front of it. They're gonna promote
Mm-hmm.
their business
Yep.
without them even have to put no promotion money or etc.
Right.
It'll glow in the dark type thing.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
See it a
yeah.
mile away.
So
Hmm?
let me make you jump all the way back. How did you learn to do this stuff?
When I was a little kid, I was always drawing. I have no clue how I got into drawing, but my mom said when I was really little, like I was already writing my name and drawing little animals, like more advanced than a regular kid. But like through my whole life, I was always more advanced than the other kids as far as drawing went, and I would get all into it.
Mm.
And that's how. And then I just became a little better. Of course, later in life, you got to take classes that could teach you techniques. But I knew how to draw, but I never knew the names or the perspective and whatever the name of
Yeah,
the terms are called. Yeah,
yeah.
so I always been drawing my whole life. It just like in the early '80s, I watched the movie Breaking and some other movie. They had graffiti called Wild Style, and 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 I was like, I got to learn how to do that with the spray paint. So I used to go out and paint
Yeah.
murals. Yes.
Yeah. So, did you have any formal education in arts? Did
I
you
took
go
I
to?
took some classes at NJC. I
Yeah.
graduated from a continuation school, and actually in my continuation school, that's where I learned the most art because I took the last years of school, like a senior, I took art classes at Argus High School, and that's where I learned a lot more techniques because I was paying more attention. Maybe I was more mature about it. And then from there, I went straight to NJC and took some art classes with Mr. Serros, and he taught me a lot of techniques as far as shades and where the light source comes from. A lot of things that I kind of knew, but I didn't know. I was just visual.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot of because you learn in school, you learn techniques and different tools to make life easier.
Mm.
So school is very important as far as
Yay.
learning
Uh-huh.
techniques. Yes.
Yeah. So, but in addition to being a muralist, you're a tattoo artist. Where did
Sure
that come
am.
from? Where did that
I
come from?
I came from my friends on the streets. They taught me how to tattoo.
Yeah.
And art is art, and I always wanted to learn how to do that. And my friends would teach me whatever they knew, and from there I started like investigating, buying magazines, tattoo magazines, learning techniques, trying to get into the tattoo shops. Later in life, my Buffalo Bill, may he rest in peace, he let me apprenticeship through him, and he taught
Oh,
me the whole get down on tattooing, and then from he told me all the real tools that you got to use in the clean the what do you call it like that'll be clean, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the
sterilization or something.
sterilization and all
Yeah.
that. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the word. And from there, from all the different arts that I knew how to do, I decided to go 100% to tattooing because that's where I knew I can leave my regular job and start a business or make that into my income to feed my family.
Uh-huh.
Tattooing is really, really popular now. Do you know
It's
when and why it sort of just took off with young people, especially?
It started being more commercial, and it became normal. Because back in the days, it was looked upon. If you have a tattoo, you're a bad person.
Yes,
Now
yes,
and now people that do tattoos are not just tattooists; they're tattoo artists.
Right.
So they took it to another
right.
level. The youth took it to another plateau. So
Mhm.
tattooing is not what it used to be. Now it's like 3D, realistic. It's amazing,
Right,
and
right.
everybody's into it. Grandmas go in the shop and they're trying to get tatted, trying to get tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a
It's
couple of
accepted
people.
in society.
I
Yeah, go
know a
ahead.
couple people who've gotten tattoos to, remember someone or to
Exactly.
give
Yeah.
honor to someone very special in their lives. When a customer comes to you, do you show them some of your drawings as a way to generate ideas, or do they mostly just come and say, I want this, 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 and this? How does
Well,
that work?
now, yeah. Well, now it's easier. Back then, you'd go in a tattoo shop. A lot of people would go in the tattoo shop without them knowing exactly what they wanted, but they knew what they wanted, but not exactly because they don't know how to draw or they just have something in mind. Nowadays, people look online and they come in with their phones and they're like, "Hey, look what I found on the internet. They think you could do something like this." And of course,
Hmm,
you change it around a little bit so it becomes your tattoo.
I
So
see.
you can make it more original, or
Uh-huh.
sometimes make it better or whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot
That's
of people
interesting.
nowadays, like you don't have to put a lot of ideas on the walls like back then. They call it flash, which
Oh,
so now sometimes you go to a tattoo shop, they have a lot of little ideas. This for the people that just want to get a tattoo and they're like, oh, I want that butterfly or
hmm.
whatever. But nowadays, everybody has their phone and everybody comes in like, hey, this is what I want. And that's what you give them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So based on what Linda brought up about how tattoos are more popular now than they were in the past. I
Yes.
mean, I'm so old that I remember diagnosing people if they had more than 2 tattoos, there was something wrong with them. Uh,
Yeah, now they're normal.
yeah, and now
People that
they're
don't have no tattoos, there's something wrong with them.
it
No,
completely
but
reversed.
some people tell me, "Hey, I don't have no tattoos." I don't get it. If it's
Yeah,
not you to mark yourself, don't do it.
don't do it. Yeah.
You
So
don't have to.
has so I guess my question is, has
Yeah.
business picked up over the last few years with more people wanting tattoos now than maybe?
You know what it is? Back then, when I started my business in 2005, and at that time in this area, there's probably maybe 5 tattoo shops at the most. There's one in Turlock, one here in
Yeah,
Ceres, maybe 3 or 4 in Modesto, whatever, and that's all there was. Now you can find a tattoo shop like you can find a smoke shop. They're
yeah,
as popular as smoke shops because now there's smoke shops in every corner, and now there's tattoo shops on almost every corner as well. So it
uh,
balances out. So to me, it's always been at a level, and of course now that I'm semi-established or established, whatever, I have my clientele, so I stay busy.
yeah,
I'd say more busy than I used to back in the days. Back in 2005, I would just wait for walk-ins. Walk-ins is when people just come in random. You don't even have no appointments or anything.
yeah,
Now I'm just booked with appointments, and even the young people that barely started doing tattoos, they only do appointments, especially after the COVID and all that. It's like it's more of a appointments and stuff like that. You can't have a lot of people inside your shop and because of
yeah.
Are there like art competitions for tattoo
Oh yeah,
artists and
they have many.
awards?
They have many tattoo conventions, and those conventions have been around for a long time. But yeah, they do have tattoo contests and exhibitions.
Yeah.
They have them
That's cool.
all over the all over the world actually, and they're
Hmm.
very big. Actually, they're bigger now. Hold on, I'm doing it. He's inside the room. My grandbaby.
Cool. So hey, let's take a look at some of your work here. Let's
Yeah, let's
start
check it
out with
out.
a couple pictures of tattoos here.
Yeah, that's a
Let's see.
tattoo of a little dog I did for somebody. It's actually their dog. It's not dead or not. It's still alive. She just wanted a tattoo of her dog.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what else we got here. Oh, here's another arm tattoo.
Yeah, that's a portrait
Yeah.
of some goddess lady. I don't know who she is, but I remember I did some. I think I tattooed that one on my daughter.
Ah. So uh, I don't know if this is a silly question, but where on the body do most people get their tattoos? These are arm tattoos.
Yeah, those are arm tattoos. Yeah, man, nowadays the younger generation, they get their tattoos in their faces. But
Oh,
you know,
really? Yeah.
yeah, everybody gets tagged wherever they feel comfortable. Some people don't want to show them only when
Yeah.
they want to, you know. But
Right.
a lot of the youth they get them where you can see them on their necks, on their hands.
Uh,
Yeah. The more conservative people they get them in their upper arms and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
they can show them whenever they want to show it.
yeah.
When they want to be professional, they cover them.
I remember I had a client once who was a professional athlete, and he wanted tattoos, but he got them on his body, like on his ankle and his back, so that he could hide them with his clothing. So when he had to go public, he could, now he probably would be very happy just doing his whole body. But
Oh
again,
yeah.
that was way in the past. So
Oh yeah, back in the days. Yeah, back in the
yeah,
days, you would get tattoos from your elbow up.
yeah,
So
yeah,
when you wear a short sleeve shirt,
yeah,
nobody see them.
yeah.
But
So
nowadays that doesn't matter.
yeah.
It's acceptable.
Let's take a look at something else we have here. So
Yeah,
tell us about this one. This is
this one was done at a dance studio, a hip hop dance studio. They had a series back maybe like 6 years ago, and it's supposed to be they call b-boys, like a break dancer.
break dancer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So the guy's DJing. He's on the turntables. He has a spray paint, and he has a little microphone swinging with a little music notes, and he's
yeah,
kind of jumping around doing a little break dancing.
yeah,
So he's showing the elements of hip hop.
yeah. So what was your involvement in that genre? Hip hop
Oh,
or break
80,
dancing?
83, 84, and that's when we started breaking. We started
Yeah,
break dancing. Yeah, from breaking, that's when I learned the graffiti thing and the DJ. My older brother was a DJ. He's still a DJ to this day, but he's the one that got us into the music, to the hip hop music, breaking, and all that other
yeah.
stuff. Yes.
Did you ever get into that?
Oh yeah, I used to get down. I
Yeah,
still get down a little bit, but
really?
I don't spin on my head or nothing. I just do the robot. Once in a while, I'll
Uh,
do the robot, but I won't do it
Yeah,
right now.
I pay to see you do a head spin. Let me tell you.
Oh man, how much money you got? I'll probably do it.
Jeez. Oh man.
Yeah, but I have a brother that does break dancing. He travels all over the world. His name's Jose Manriguez, and he's still
Yeah.
doing it to this day. Yeah, he has an
mm.
academy in Colorado Springs, and
Oh,
he's
really?
teaching kids how to break.
Teach it.
Yes.
So what do we have here?
Well, that's the called b-boy. That's the
Another
hip hop.
b-boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another b-boy, the hip hop guy. You know what I mean, with the Kango hat and the fat laces and the Pumas. That's kind of like the style of the early '80s, which
Uh-huh.
we picked up from New York. It started in New York. That style of hip hop.
Yeah.
And actually, they're celebrating the 50 years of hip hop this
Oh yeah,
year.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So where would I see this? Is this on someone's wall or?
Oh yeah, well I gave it to one of my friends. She has it
Ah.
on her wall
Oh,
at her
okay.
house.
So
Somewhere.
it's
I
a
don't know.
painting. It's a painting.
Yeah, it's a
It's not a
painting.
mural.
It's a
Yeah.
canvas. It's a big canvas. Yes,
Oh,
it's a canvas.
okay.
It's not a mural on the wall. It's on a canvas.
Okay. So tell us about this one. Oh, here's another.
That's a tattoo of Frankenstein, and that was done on someone's leg.
Jeez.
And they're all into that old school horror film type flavor. So
Yeah.
That's the old school Frankenstein.
Did they come in with this, or did you come up with the design?
I put the design together. I told them, hey man, I got a good picture that I've been wanting to do, and they're open to it. Like, oh yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Medusa.
Yes.
Yeah, that's man. I picked that. I did that maybe around 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun one. It's a little 3D-ish. Those little snakes look 3D, like they go after you.
Yeah. Wow. So do your customers come back and get additional ones? I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, I have customers from 2006, 2007 that still come back, and and they come back and I don't remember their names, but I recognize their faces, and they'll show me their tattoos. And I'm like, oh man, that's old. So I'll try to do them an upgrade,
Yeah.
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 Let's see what else you
So
got.
we have some other. What is this? Is this
That's a canvas. That's a
as a
canvas. I did
canvas?
yeah, for one of my friends' is an uncle that passed away, so I did a portrait of him on a canvas. Because I told him it's better if you do it on a canvas than to paint it on a T-shirt or whatever. Because the canvas you can frame and keep it forever.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So I do a little bit of airbrushing once in a while. Most of my time I spend tattooing. That's how I pay my bills.
Okay. So where would have you exhibited any of your canvas work?
I did back then at like the junior college and some other little events, little art events that we had. But lately I haven't because I've been so busy with my tattooing. I have no time, but I still have a lot of canvases on my shop. I display them at my shop. So when you go in there, it's kind of like a little gallery.
Uh-huh.
But I'm willing to put some of my paintings in your gallery
Yes.
if you would let me.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
I would. We need to talk about that. This is good stuff. Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, because the combination of your canvases and pictures of the tattoos. I mean, this is a real art that doesn't get enough recognition.
It doesn't.
Formally, like in a gallery.
Yeah. I mean, I should put more stuff in the galleries, but sometimes it's like it's just family and time. I don't know. Maybe it's an excuse, but let's do it. I'm down.
Yeah. Okay. We will talk about it. So here's another.
That painting right there, I did that with an airbrush, and actually I freestyled. Like that one, I didn't sketch it or nothing. The actual person was right there in front of me. I put an easel up, and I put a T-shirt on the easel, and I just started spraying, and I was just looking at him, and he was posing for me for about 2 hours. And he had to take little breaks because he was like, "Hey man, I'm tired looking mean and doing the pose." But yeah, that one I freestyled on the T-shirt. And actually, it was like a double X T-shirt, and I did it from top to bottom, from the collar all the way down. So it's pretty big.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one, no pencils, no nothing, just an airbrush.
That's just airbrush.
That's amazing.
I just grabbed the T-shirt, put it on there. I looked at him. Don't move, and I started spraying. Yeah, it took me about 3 hours.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
That's a picture of my friend Chuco. He's a old school popper. He does the robot. That stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty famous guy too. As far as that goes,
can you still do that stuff?
A little bit.
Yeah,
we'll do it another podcast.
Like I said, that'd be worth paying money to see here.
Better bring your checkbook.
So what have we got here? You and your friends.
Yeah, this more than my friends, it's my family. First we got the young lady right there. That's my daughter, Janice, and she's an artist. She's been painting for a while, and she's one of my helpers. And she's going to be a great asset to our team. And then the guy right there, that's me, the guy with a hat, big guy. I'm the main art director.
Yeah, right.
Then the guy next to him, that's my son Xavier. And he's an artist as well. He doesn't do tattoos or anything like that, but he's a good oil painter. He does oil paintings. They're kind of like abstract, but he knows how to paint. He never liked the tattoo thing, but he's a good painter. And then last but not least is Mr. Leon Henry. And that guy's been doing art since 1984. Doing airbrushing. He pretty much does almost the same things that I do, but just his style. And he's been painting forever. And I feel that he needs an opportunity to get a little more known. And he does a lot of canvases as well. You got to see his artwork. This dude's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's I'll take him to your spot. I'll take him to your art gallery. And that guy has a lot of canvases as well. We have different styles, but we're from the same school, from the 80s school, from the old school.
It would be interesting to do a whole or partial exhibit.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
You and your friends.
Yeah, me and my crew. Yeah, we definitely put a good show.
That would be a wonderful show. Right.
We could fill up the whole gallery.
Right. So, what was I going to ask you about your son? Is your son studying art in school or anything like that, or he's just natural like you?
He's natural because I have 5 kids, and all my kids know how to draw. Actually, there's another of my daughter. She works on my tattoo shop. She's a tattoo artist, but she only does tattoos. But it'd be good to bring her along to help us out once in a while. But I have a daughter that does tattoos, and all my kids draw because we always used to have drawing sessions on the weekends, and I would just like let them paint, and they would do canvases and everything. So they just picked it up. None of them really wanted to be tattoo artists, because that's another story. You have to have a lot of patience with customers, and you're always hurting them. Now they have numbing cream and all this stuff, but doing tattoos is very time consuming. Just like art.
How long
does a living creature?
How long does it take to do a sizable tattoo?
It takes over 3-4 hours to do it like a decent size. Some of them take sessions. So you do like 4 or 5 hours. Some people are they can take a lot of pain and you do a tattoo for 7 hours in one day. But for the most part, the average is about 3 hours before they start shaking or getting irritated. So some pieces take months. Some pieces take a year, depending on how many times they come back for their sessions. Yeah. And it costs a little bit of money, so you got to save a couple pennies.
So, Linda, do you have a tattoo?
Well, no, I don't. Okay. How about you, David?
No. I was just wondering if.
But I know where to go now.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Hi. Yeah. Did you lose us again? What have I got here? Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
There you go. So what have we got here? So, Jose,
can you hear us, Hocus?
Oh, we went away again. No.
Oh dear.
What's wrong with our connections here?
Hey, Chele.
Oh,
Chele,
I can hear
tell
it.
John not to call my phone. I'm doing an interview. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, something's happening. Well, that's so disappointing, our technical difficulties. This is a fascinating.
It really is.
Yeah.
I look forward to this exhibit that you two are talking about. That would be fabulous.
Oh, wouldn't that be a great exhibit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think he went off the air and he's going to come back on again.
Uh-huh.
I hope so.
I remember my students breakdancing back in the early 80s and doing head spins in the middle of the classroom, and I would just hope the principal didn't walk in at that moment.
Okay, well, what have we got here? He's trying to get back on. Let's see.
Oh.
Hey.
There we go.
I don't know what happened. I lost connection or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
It happens. Oh man.
Modern technology. It's great. It's great when it works. Yeah. So tell us about this picture. This one
was done in Sacramento back in 1990, 95, I believe. 1995.
Yeah.
And it was a big mural. It was like probably over 12 feet high. And he's supposed to be a doctor, a graffiti doctor. Yeah. And that was all done with spray paints.
You know, it looks like it was done in 2019 when COVID hit.
I know, right? I was ahead of my
Yeah.
time.
You were ahead of your time, yeah.
Yeah, wear a mask. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, that was painted in, did I say 1995?
Yeah.
95, yeah,
1995 or
1995,
something.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I painted it when I was a young kid.
And the last thing we have here is
That's a newspaper article when me and this graffiti artist named Tone did a mural in Turlock, California. Actually, it was at a tattoo shop. It was a tattoo shop he was working at. I didn't work there, but I just went to do a mural. And it just happened that the Modesto Bee and the Turlock newspaper showed up, did an interview on us. Yeah.
So I don't know. Have you ever worked with Phasm?
You know what? I've never worked with Phasm, but we had talked about collaborating, but we never have. You know, but he's a great artist. He's incredible.
Yeah, he's on a lot of the walls in Modesto. That's what.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I've seen those, but I'm like, wait, how can I get in to do some of those?
Yeah, that's
But not,
what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna get to do some work.
Yes. Maybe, yeah. More and more people will pay attention and maybe have you, you know, expand into other areas.
Exactly.
That would be great. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to contact Phasm because it isn't just his art. He puts together projects, well, like you did.
Yeah.
You know, that's,
Actually, I have this project that I always put together every year. It's called the Motown Boogie, and it consists of art, breakdancing, DJs, and MCs. You know, and I do this every year, and we're gonna have one next year in February.
Oh, cool.
At the Maddox Youth Center, the Cesar Chavez Park. So I put together a little show, and I do that. I've been doing it since 1999, but we skipped a couple years because of the COVID. So I'm bringing it back. So
how many people show up for that?
Usually about 300.
Wow.
Yeah, back in the days it'd be like 500-600, but it started getting smaller. Other people that are really into that, they became parents, and now they bring their little ones. But it's not like the movement used to be. But we're gonna bring it back.
Good.
So where did this take place? In Ceres or?
I know at the Maddox Youth Center, which is at the Cesar Chavez Park in Modesto. On 4th Street.
On 4th Street? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, send me the information.
Oh, I will. I'll keep you posted on all that. Oh, my grandson.
Yeah,
future artist of America.
I was going to say.
So part of our job connected with the Arts Council of Stanislaus County is to promote the things that people like you are doing. So yeah, if you send me information, we'll do our best to get it out. And
maybe you guys could sponsor it or something. You know, help us out with it. I'm always willing to work with anybody from the community that's down to help out the youth. It's pretty much for the youth. It's not for us, for the kids.
So what would you be seeking as sponsorship?
Whatever you can help with.
Money, publicity?
Yeah, mainly because it's a free event. To let you know. You know, just like, you know, usually the sponsors will pay for trophies, you know, maybe some gear for the kids that win the competitions, stuff like that. Maybe bring the DJs, you know, stuff like that. It's not really for me to make money. I make my own money doing my job. It's just to help me put the events.
Right. Yeah, well, by all means, I mean, I will stay in touch and, you know.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll meet up with you. We'll talk about the event. It's called the Motown Boogie.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since 1999.
See what
and you know, maybe a couple of times we have to charge because of the, you know, the youth center or whatever. They needed money back for the facility, but this time they're providing the building, and I'm gonna get some sponsors and so they can help me with all the costs. But I want to have it as a free event. I don't want to charge the kids.
Right. Yeah. So a little bit of sponsorship money might take care of your expenses.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'll pay for
Yeah.
the DJs and the host and the judges, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Wow. I just feel like we've made a wonderful discovery with you. It's like, oh, yeah. It's like, man, he lives in our community. Why haven't I seen this guy before? I mean, geez.
Man, yeah, I've been doing it for the community many years, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just been the guy doing the work, not the guy promoting the work, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah, maybe we can get together on the promotional part. That would help.
Yeah, we'll collabo.
Yeah.
Do a little collaboration.
Okay.
Yes. Any other questions? Have I even answered any questions?
Sure. Do you have any questions? That's a goodie.
How long have you guys have your art program? It's called the Stanislaus Art Program, right?
Stanislaus Arts Council. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. Or this program, this interview program, we just started since I think 2019.
Okay.
We started because of COVID. We used to do, or I used to do this program live in the gallery. We would invite artists to come in and demonstrate a technique or talk about their art, and it would be live.
Today I was going to go in person. I was like, well, I guess he wants me to do it online.
Yeah,
we'll do it online.
Well, we used to do it in person, and then 2019 COVID hit, and it was so instead of shutting down, we just developed this technique, so we could, and since then. We've interviewed probably 60 artists in the area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of art. There's a lot of
art here. Yeah.
There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent come out of the valley.
Yeah. Yes.
We need to promote them. Like me, you guys never heard of me. That's crazy.
You've never Right. Yes. In fact, that's one of the things that I discovered when I started working as a representative of the Arts Council. Is that there's an incredible number of artists in all fields that have come from here, which surprised me because it's much more than I would expect to come from a valley area, a valley town.
Yeah, of course, of course.
In fact, I wrote an article for our newsletter called "It's the Water," because I was talking with I don't know, have you ever heard of Robert Ulrich?
No.
At all? No, he came from this area. He's in Hollywood now.
Not
the
guy for the Avengers.
Yeah. Did you ever hear of the show Glee on TV? Singing, high school singing thing. Anyway,
I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah. Anyway, he became famous.
That's good.
And he had a group of people around him, all of whom became famous. And so I was investigating and talking to all these people. And at one point I asked him, I said, why did all these people come from Modesto? I mean, what was going on? And his answer was, it's the water.
Yes.
It's on the arch. It said, water, wealth, contentment,
health.
Yeah.
I mean, George Lucas came from Modesto. It had to be in the water.
That's right.
R2D2, C3P, all these, man, very, very creative guy.
Yeah. He really did.
But there's a lot of talent here in Modesto, and hopefully with the grant that I got, I can promote the other artists. And maybe later on we could get more artists to do what we're doing.
Yeah. I'm very anxious to see, like you said, you're going to be starting in a week or two.
Yes.
And your first one is going to be where?
The one on 7th Street at the at the animal auction.
Hmm.
They have a swamp meet on Mondays, I think. But then there's a
Okay.
big wall that you can see from the freeway.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the owner of the building is going to put some lighting. He already hired a
Oh,
Okay.
fabulous.
electricians to put the lights so
Yeah.
you can see the mural at night.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yes, I'm excited.
Let me know when you start. I will be there, and
Yes, I'll
I'll
send you a
I'll
message.
document it. I'll photograph it.
Oh
Yeah,
for
David's
sure.
a photographer.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. And maybe start taking pictures of
Yeah.
This
some of
is
my
a
work,
value.
some of the artists.
Okay.
You probably already do take pictures of a lot of art,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool to take live pictures of people working.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I
That'd be
want.
amazing.
Yeah. So
Yes, I'll
between-
call you up. So I'll say, hey, we'll be
Please
here.
do, because Austin
Oh,
and
yeah.
I will be there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, thank you for being with us.
Hey,
Yes,
no problem.
thank you so much.
It's been a
such a
delight,
pleasure.
you know, and in spite of our technical difficulties, this has
Oh
been
my
great.
goodness, what
This
a
has
day
been
it
great.
was.
Yeah, what a
Oh, yeah.
day. So
You guys made
okay,
it work regardless.
okay.
And I hear my grandbaby say hi to the world. Yeah.
Hi there.
That's my friend.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. See, I'm a
Okay.
busy man. When I'm
You
chilling,
are,
my
you
grandbabies,
are.
are like, Grandpa.
Yeah, okay.
Come draw with us.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna
Well,
give you a spray
take
paint. so you
care.
go
We'll be in touch. Okay.
Thank you very much
Thank
for having
you
me,
again.
and I appreciate it. And I
Okay.
want to thank everybody out there in the 209 area that are doing something for the community and with our arts and all the skills, talent that we have here.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for all
Super.
you do.
Okay.
Take care.
Okay.
Peace.